Oh boy, what's going on with your audio? Oh well,
Oh, yeah. You can hear me all right?
I can hear you. It's usually just crisper is all.
Oh, well, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, no, I
I
showed up at Clancy. Was like, yeah, let's rock. I was like, okay.
yeah, I don't, it's unbecoming.
Does that
Trying to
sound any better?
see
Worse? Same?
nothing.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah, all right. Never mind.
Uh, let's see how to get people to watch this.
Yeah.
Says we're live. That's good. Strong.
Okay.
16 watching.
Yeah, Robert's
17.
here.
Says we're live. That's good.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's
we're
me.
here.
Let's see. Share. Twitter. Turn it up.
So this one's through YouTube, yeah.
Yes.
You said there'd be no duck. I see duck.
No, it's not on the screen though.
I'm looking at him.
No, that's not true.
Looking at him right now. He's got on headphones. He's chilling.
I'm also looking at it on YouTube. He's not there. But that reminds me, I did mean to put an overlay on this, which I don't know if I can do now. We'll find out.
Huh.
Oh yeah, I sure can. Mickstape live. That coward Kevin Clancy tried to take us down, but here we are.
Yeah, I thought he was jumping. I didn't know this was complete sabotage.
Yeah, no, we'll get into it because yeah, I don't much care for him or his antics. And yeah, for some reason, NBA TV or NBA just wouldn't let me watch anything. Yeah, I didn't much care for it. Let's see what happens here.
It was just also on YouTube, I'm guessing.
Correct. Oh, there we go. Look at us in the top corner. Chilling.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is going to be like game 3 from when Jordan wasn't even on the Bulls somehow.
Yeah, as good. Mark Price takes on Reggie Theus.
Is your like mic even plugged in?
Yes.
I
was gonna say you sound terrible too, so I don't know if that's yeah, it's very much plugged in. Oh, Grant.
Let's see. Audio.
Billy Cartwright.
This should have fixed everything.
Yes, you sound much different.
Yeah, I don't understand. Can't hear Trill. He should be able to now. Yeah, I don't know why. I turned it on.
Better, worse? Does it sound the same?
Better.
Look at that hair. Y'all sound fine. Thanks, Connor. This is the best we get. They put a picture of the coach in the center.
Listen, Jordan, I'm surprised Jordan was even starting. I want to do this game as if like how people would have been given takes at the time.
That's what I'm trying to. Yeah, this is 89, so I think he had been out of the first round.
Good for him.
I was gonna say, but I think that's it by 89.
Yeah, I mean he was a choking dog at this point. He had nothing.
Ronnie Harper. Let's see what. Yeah, this is 88, 89, right? This is last year, 87, 88. He beat the Cavs. That was the first time he made it out of the first round. This year is the first time he makes it to the conference finals. This starts a run of him just making a lot of conference finals.
Michael Jordan?
Yes, the very same.
Okay. All right.
Leonard Wilkins.
It's funny seeing those people like that look young when they've only been old in my life.
That's Smokey Robinson. Who else we got? Ed Middleton.
I wish we got the NBA. I wish we got the refs today in the lineup just before the game with the jackets on.
That was a great jacket, though. Just get Billy Kennedy getting a look off. So yeah, no Philly Jackson yet. Not even close.
When he comes next year?
He
Or 2 years?
I think 2 years. Let's see.
He comes and they just win immediately.
No, his first year they lost in the conference final to the Pistons. His second year was when they started winning titles. Hot Cavs.
See, these are fine Cavs uniforms.
Listen, most of them are fine. Yeah, I don't know what the big gripe. Yeah, these are fine. 3-point line is like 19 feet there.
There's so much space. I love how they just have the high school 3-point line.
Yeah, just in case. They probably just finished the Cleveland high school playoffs.
LeBron's like, yeah, third grade team just went off.
This is game 5. Bulls don't even have home court, Daddy.
No, they sure don't.
And this is game 5 when these first rounds were best of 5, mind you. This ain't 5 of 7 for our younger viewers. Ooh, Spinaroonie.
That stunk.
You.
Yeah, that stunk hard.
Okay, we got an early score. Camera's just, I don't know, auto zoom is just not a thing.
No.
Yeah, there you go. You got a 24-year-old Michael Jordan. By all means, let's go to the post with Billy Cartwright.
Listen, this guy hadn't won anything yet. He was a bum.
Good head of hair on Lenny.
Mm-hmm. That's some Tirico hair.
Mike Rigatoni Tirico.
Yeah, we've been doing these, so we've hit a bunch of different eras. There's still no constant score on the screen.
Yeah, I'll say that they're showing this one more than like after every bucket, which is more than we've seen. Now we'll see. Are they going to keep doing that? We'll see.
That almost makes me angrier.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at a certain point, somebody's like, can we just leave it up there? No. Ooh, okay.
Is that Nance? Oh yeah,
no,
Brad.
Daughter, yeah.
Well, the dunk, like that kind of dunk, remind me of Nance Senior.
Oh no, Nance Senior would have flew over the top of the backboard. Oh, a 3. Oh,
a pump fake on a 3 meant nothing back then.
Right? Who was gonna bite?
Yeah, it's like, go ahead. That was a dumb shot.
That's not the hair and beard of a number 1 overall pick.
Paul George.
At least Paul George be lined up.
Right. This is what he looks like in quarantine right now.
There's
a lot of fake jump shots, hastily throwing passes into the post.
We got to send the hard double team. Jordan said, hell no.
What a flop.
Get out of here.
Fuck out of here. Yeah, that was Nance.
Who's this on the bench? Is that a player? Some white bald guy, like all white in the Cavs warm-ups. I hope he comes in.
Got to be Ficker.
You wish, buddy.
Just ready to roast. They didn't even have to chirp Jordan yet because he was a choking dog.
He wasn't even worth chirping yet.
He was mellow at this point. He won in college, and they put up some stats, but he wasn't that good.
Yeah, he was empty numbers, empty calories. They used to be in the playoffs like 37 and 45. Probably why they didn't have home court. Can't quit, Mark Brown.
He's just panicking the whole time.
Yeah, hot potato.
All right.
Okay.
All right. That'll do.
That's a strategy.
Yeah, undoubtedly one of the ways to go about it.
We have no idea how much time left in the quarter.
Oh, no.
One-handed touch pass?
One-handed jump shot?
Jordan's like, I could slow down on the break, but for why?
Yeah. Long 2. Love it.
Paxson?
You take a half step back, that's worth 1 more point. But nope, we're trying to keep even numbers on the board.
No, he would have set Collins would have pulled him from the game. Look at this spacing. I said it earlier, but spacing used to until like 4 years ago. Spacing was if your power forward could hit like a 14-foot jump. That's all spacing was. If it was like if you had somebody that could do, if you had David West, you were spaced. If you didn't, you didn't.
That was the key to the Spurs' whole run. Was Duncan could hit it from like the elbow. They were like, look at all that space.
They were like, good grief.
This guy used to swim. You understand?
Man, it was like, no, the Thunder are fine. Ibaka can hit a 16-footer. Like that.
Yeah, Pippen.
Look at the Pippen, man.
You talk about a head of hair. That's some cocaine doing hair right there.
That don't even look like Collins. Is that the college?
No, it doesn't.
Middle school. That's the volleyball line out there.
That was college and high school. People forget college and high school had the same line until like 8 years ago. they just moved that shit back.
They probably move it back soon. By the time we get back to sports, the lines will be the same again. Shoot that! Oh man,
I can't remember who it was. There was one player specifically who was hitting too many threes that the NCAA. It was like some tall white center, and the NCAA was like, "Enough! All right, let's move it back a smidge." This is just a glut of people in the paint. It's disgusting to watch.
Like it doesn't even look like basketball. Wow.
That's oh my god.
Ooh, pace and space. Immediately post up to Billy Cartwright.
It's so easy to defend too. They're like, yeah, they're trying to get it in the like. The second he threw that pass, everyone just dove.
Yeah, that's why I understand. If you're not a big man, you're not getting 28 and 10 now. Fox Sports put this.
Fox 32 Sports. Yeah. What? Something we got.
Yeah, we need
crazy commercials.
Yeah, they cut through all the shenanigans. This in case you were wondering, this is copyright of the Chicago Bulls. Maybe you've heard of it.
This had to have been one of the first games. Like they didn't have anything to copyright before this.
Yeah. So I said Bertans out of the league. I think it goes the other way. He's probably just like Tom Chambers. He makes like 6 All-Star games.
He's dunking on everyone.
Yeah, like he can shoot from 3, but he can shoot from 2 as well.
Right.
Scared for one of those. Pretty wet jumpers here.
Yeah.
Mr. 50, 40, 90.
I was gonna say Price. If I would love to do a video series where modern day Mark Price just goes to random like YMCA's across the country and just bust people's asses.
Oh, listen, I went to a thing and saw him speak in Chicago, and he told a story about how the one time he lost in horse, he still thinks about it because it was to his brother who also played in the NBA. And they were like, we think we got some footage of that. His brother, like on the E, I think his brother like bounced it off the wall, caught it, and hit a 3 like behind the like corner 3 and just walked off. And Mark Price just like, I don't even know if he took it. Like he missed it on the throw. He just knew he was toast. He was like, this still burns me up to this day. And people were like, yes.
Okay, yeah, it would be very funny if he just hadn't taken it yet. He's like technically not a loss, but
yeah, no, it's still pending. Imagine the Mark Price versus Jordan takes. Now, who do you want to build? You want to build your team around a guy who does it the right way or a guy that jumps 46 inches in the air? Pick a side.
Yeah. But I mean, this guy, he can score and he can distribute the rock, Tyler. That's what you don't understand.
You're going to turn that down for a nice 15, 4, and 4? You're crazy.
I'd give it back to the Jordan guy. Oh, that's horrible. Every time we do this, Horace Grant looks like Jordan. Every time.
Same person. Listen, whole Grant was 220 back then, a slim fella.
He really was. Like, this isn't the Grant I have burned in my mind.
Yeah, no, they had Jordan too. They both had to like get bigger. It's like, listen, if the Pistons are just gonna whoop our ass in the playoffs every year, we should both probably put on 20 pounds.
Yeah, the Pistons they're the ones who really fucked the rest of the NBA. Because if they had just like if they'd beat Jordan but didn't like physically beat him as well, I don't know that he puts in as much. Like he's probably just like, yeah, I can play more golf. I don't have to actually work on this.
No, I think honestly, the physical beat, he didn't care about that. Jordan's a psychopath. Dude, I can't believe we lost. They're like, Jordan, you're coughing up blood. And he's like, yeah, I should have hit that 3 in the third quarter.
But wasn't he one of those guys too? You can see the hair starting to go. Even with these cameras, you can see it.
No, one time he was backing up and you saw it. It
looks like Ray Allen today.
That's when he really had to. He could have had 8 rings before if he shaved the head like in '87. Yeah,
correct.
The narrative at this point was he was a ball hog. All he did was score, and he would never win a championship. Because I don't know how many scoring titles he had by now, but it was more than times he had been out of the first round, which I'm sure Skip Bayless, 22-year-old Skip Bayless, mentioned several times.
He called him gay. Yeah.
Yes. No. The very same.
The fuck just happened? Hold on.
Okay. Pull up cash.
All right.
Better.
That was very. My headphones just connected to someone making a phone call.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see that one coming. Didn't much care for it. Is that Horace Grant or Wendell Carter? Grant towering over 6'3" Wendell Carter.
Yeah, the 6'2" Wendell Carter. 6'2", 270 listed Wendell Carter. There it is. Billy Cartwright. There's that jumper. Yuck.
He's like, boy, running back on defense.
Yeah, transition defense was really kind of just optional at this point.
Oh, yeah. There was no running to like a point.
Like, this is a fast break, technically. Like that.
Helping up your opponent in a playoff game?
They're too friendly now. Max Kellerman. Brad Sellers? Who's checking in here? Woof. See that English Mark Price put on that one?
I saw a little razzle and also some dazzle on that pass.
I think that was Hot Rod Williams. Yeah, playoff foul, Jeff Van Gundy. Shoot 2 at the line. Yeah, Hot Rod Williams. Great nickname.
What do they mean Tuesday versus Indiana?
Yeah, game 4. You just play different teams in a playoff series back then, man.
This says game 5. So I swear to God.
You got the wrong man. We're watching scrimmage. This is Bulls Cavs 84. This is Jordan's first game ever. They can't even what? Not even the full court press is giving him hell.
No, he's not too worried about it.
There it is. There it is. I wouldn't pass to these guys either. Yeah, I don't think this is a playoff game. Tuesday versus Indiana. That's very funny. There's not a chance. I was gonna say we can't even skip ahead to see like if it's tied.
Upcoming games, January. Are you fucking kidding me? Look at this. 1989 NBA playoffs, game 5, full game. That's chaos. Chaos. Let's see what this one is.
Oh, boy. Hardwood Classic. Okay. This preseason, this is them warming up at University of Dayton.
All right. This one again says on the screen, 89 first round, game 5. So I swear to God.
We get to
I can't wait to write to John YouTube and get him to get his fucking shit in line.
We get to the end. It's Derrick Rose's Bulls versus LeBron's Cavs. We're like, come on. Apparently people lie on YouTube.
almost exclusively.
Ooh. See that? That's a play that happens now. That guy's just standing 5 feet further back. Like the old driving kick. You just handed the ball to a guy who's standing 13 feet away and not 23 feet away. Get out of here.
Last game was Tuesday in Indiana. Wait a minute. It's not how playoffs work.
Here we go.
Why would they give the scores?
Wait a minute. We got some +7s? No scores. Just listen, I guess it don't really matter, right? They won by 7, 8. It was a close game. Whether it was 20-13.
But that's chaos. Like I could do math. Like that's chaos.
Oh, boy, listen, they did it so you don't have to. That sounds like a different person every time I see him.
Yeah.
Scotty's so youthful. Nope. He was still making like $40,000 a year.
Pippen? Oh yeah. For several more years.
So this man was standing too far back. That's a team foul. How many people you think watched that game not knowing they're watching game 47? Listen, all of them. Nobody went to that game, the previous game, on purpose. Like, this is game 63 in January. I know. This is what I want to watch.
You didn't want to watch this classic affair? Bulls are getting run out of the gym.
Yeah. Well, imagine the takes right now. I'd be tweeting right now. This y'all's scoring title?
This is the other question too. Like, what channel would this series be on in modern times? Like, this feels like an NBA TV special.
No, it's Jordan though. That's the only reason why I don't think it would.
But he was a bum.
Now, even he was still like, if you're an exec, you're like, listen, that guy's scoring all the points in Chicago. I don't care if he wins. If he went, like David Stern wants him to win. Everybody else is just like,
true.
Just put the guy scoring 30 on. And the new Atlanta U. I don't think they're terrible, but if you're gonna do like a new uniform, it feels like you should, I don't know, take any kind of swing and try something. These feel very half-assed to me.
I think they're terrible.
I mean, they're not great, but like I've seen people hate them. They're not good. I don't want. Let's get ahead of that story.
Right.
But I don't. They feel like boring is worse than bad to me. They feel boring.
They seem like from any football movie. That's what the team would wear.
Yeah, like they're just create a team jerseys uniform default 1.
Yeah, and it's like the ATL. Like, how do you feel about that?
Again, it's a very like clip art. It's
right.
Boring.
I think it was M Series was saying that was cop talk, calling it the ATL.
Yeah, they put Atlanta on the back. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like a big like Tampa. I think Tampa's was smart. They just went back to like what they knew already worked. You know what I mean?
So even then they should have just went all the way back.
Creamsicle?
Yeah, like they're like, we're gonna take some of it, but not all of it. But just go back to the John Lynch era, whatever. You might as well. You're basically doing that with new font.
Oh, was the font different?
It's like they showed the old one next to with like the faded red a little bit. It's a similar jersey.
Gotcha. Yeah, the Panthers did bury them.
That was pretty bad. I'll say that I like the Falcons' response for like the Panthers. Did you see what the Falcons wrote back?
No.
I think it was like shine. It was shine through the shade, but they wrote it in the crazy font like Cam does.
Okay.
I was like, that's pretty good because he doesn't play there anymore.
No, he doesn't. They just tweet back Teddy Bridgewater's massive hog.
Yeah, they're like, yeah. Panthers 2. Yeah.
Falcons like, fuck, we didn't see the hog coming.
This is man's ball. This is what y'all want when your people like, he couldn't score 20. This is what people want to see. Yuck.
Yeah, terrible.
I wonder if this is before or after Bill Cartwright threatened to break Michael Jordan's legs. Oh, look at that. Whop. Cash.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah.
Bill Cartwright has the most YMCA shot ever.
No lineup. He
Mike
picking it up
Epps.
like to change the light bulb first. And then, hey, it's cash, though.
It is.
That shit dropping. The college. That's a weak center logo for the Cavs. A little disappointing.
They don't have much to work with.
But just Coliseum. Like, it wasn't even the Quicken Loan. 1 point. Technical foul. That's why Horace Grant's probably great like this. They were like, Horace, you've got to gain 30 pounds to bang. If Horace Grant just stays 220, they just end up running everybody off the court. They win the same 6 titles. But
I'm just picturing.
I'm picturing, man.
I'm picturing him like his exit meeting, being like, I was thinking about extending the range of this offseason, maybe working some threes in the repertoire. They were like, you can go to fucking Orlando is what you can do.
Yeah, we were thinking about you going to hell. What about that, Ho Grant? Turn around. Get some.
The turnaround one jab.
Rebounds are kind of anybody's game here. Like, I don't think I've seen a box out yet. Rebounds were kind of just like,
oh yeah,
like wherever the ball bounced on the floor, that's who got it first.
The score is like 10-8, I think. 10-10. There we go.
Heating up. Just toughen up. Yeah. Screens? I know that was like high tech movement. Look at this NBA Jam. Hey, I got you know those numbers. Nance whooping Pippen's ass in these numbers.
The background was like your school yearbook picture.
Yeah, like that faded sherbet kind of.
Yeah.
Biggs could shoot free throws back then too, Nick.
Yeah, I wasn't going to mention it, but now that you have, it's
something
sad to see what the game's devolved into.
I like the last game better. Put back on the junior. Uh-oh. Kicked out for an open 3?
Yeah, I just picture Nance. Who's the fucking Cavs coach right now? Not Nance. Wilkins, yeah. Time. You can't do that.
Yeah, no. Like, really, Doug? You guys gonna play it like that?
Yeah,
I'm
there goes that.
Anybody, stop him from doing that.
23 guy.
Mark Price is like, I'll get it back, guys. It's only 2 points. It's only 2 points. Even Steven. Jordan's like, okay, I'll just do that again. And Hot Rod Williams was like, fuck you.
Yeah, Pippen was like, man, I just wanted to.
I could do that. I want in on this. Yeah. Craig Hodges, the original man, blackballed from the league. Wow. Surprised he had been like blurred out by the NBA in the.
I was gonna say he couldn't have been first.
I feel like he was.
Didn't they try and blackball our pal Rick Barry?
For what?
And for causing all that noise with the draft and everything.
Oh, listen. They was never going to blackball Rick Barry, and I love Rick Barry.
Spency? Didn't Spency get balled a little bit?
Oh, man. Spency was happy to not be picking cotton for 11 cents a minute.
A pound.
Yeah. Craig Hodges was legit talking about some shit, and they were like, nah, you won the three-point contest 3 straight years. There's no place for you in the league at all. Like, huh?
This camera angle does stink.
I don't like it very much.
They were trying something, and it didn't work.
Yeah, what was Craig Hodges even talking? He mentioned something. He has a category that says political activism on his Wikipedia, so you know there's something up.
Craig Kaepernick.
Yeah, he wore a dashiki. Oh, imagine that. He wore a dashiki to the White House to meet George Bush in '92.
Yeah, Bush was like, nope.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Filed a $40 million lawsuit against the NBA, claiming they blackballed him for his association with Louis Farrakhan and criticism of African-American professional athletes. Was waived from the Bulls in '92. Did not receive an offer or a tryout from another single team, even though he was 32. They just won like 2 championships, and he was a 3-time. The third time he won the shootout competition, he wasn't on a team. That's how much they blackballed him. Like, come on, man.
Why'd they even invite him to that?
Why? Like, that's a hot. Did not sign with the NBA team for the 92-93 season. The NBA initially left him off the field of contestants as he was not on an NBA roster at the time, but eventually allowed him to defend his 92 title. He wore a generic NBA jersey in the contest.
That's very funny.
Yeah, blackballing, hilarious. I need that NBA.
Not that part, but yeah, that's what, like, if Jamal Crawford just showed up to the skills competition this year, like, I got this.
Yeah, no. I mean, listen, if he was the 2-time defending champ, Spencer Dinwiddie was sick. They ain't call him back after once.
Yeah.
I want some historical numbers for these teams. I want to see what kind of team. This is 88-89, right?
Yeah. 89 first round, game 5. I'd put my life on it.
Guy just knocks on the door with a pistol, like, sorry, buddy, this is game 72. Damn it.
Goddamn YouTube.
That's it. Yeah, that's hilarious. What game
I've never
next? Who even cares? None of them are the right game.
Yeah.
None of them are the right game, man.
Backboards and rims have gotten so much softer. They want to talk about the players getting softer? No. It's the equipment. Ball softer. Everything's softer.
That's why, like, a lot of the guys, you're like, oh, yeah, they couldn't shoot. I'm like, hey, man, listen, now, maybe. Like, Dominique Wilkins wasn't known as a shooter. He gets a rim with a little bit of give on it. Maybe.
If John Wall played in this era, he's probably the best point guard of all time. Yeah, probably.
I mean, if. Like, he's not the best. I mean, come on, dude. This Cavs team won 57 games. This Bulls team won 47 games. So that's why, again, the Cleveland had home court advantage. Jordan
just bummed both those free throws.
Yeah, he stinks. He's not good. I get it.
First period. What was happening in sports back then?
Oh, boy. This Bulls team, 12th in offense, 11th in defense. This Cavs team was 9th in offense, 2nd in defense, so they were much better than this Bulls team.
Jordan never beat anyone, though.
No, he didn't. Listen, because these guys stink. Look at that. Spin off. Pump. Elbow inside. Going the other way. That's what I like to see.
He hooked him with it. You can't do that.
I love it. Daughter shaved the beard. He must have been down bad.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man. Skip Bayless just salivating.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Yeah.
There were only 3 periods back then.
Yeah. They ain't get to the fourth quarter. They didn't get the fourth quarter till 96.
Yeah. They're like, people like this. They'd keep watching. Guys aren't that tired.
Maybe we shouldn't just stop it abruptly. I don't know, David. Yeah. Jordan's move just kind of like run into the lane, jump as high as he can. If he can, lay the ball in. If not, lay the ball in.
Yeah, it works.
Good. Yeah, listen, look. He's consistent.
I like this question. I saw one the other day that was like, rank these 4 college only. It was Melo, KD, AD, and Zion. I think 1 and 4 are set in stone, but 2 and 3 not so much.
Say him again. Melo, KD, Anthony Davis,
AD, and Zion Williamson.
What order you got him in?
I've got Melo. I've got KD. I've got AD. And then I've got Zion, like pretty much a distant 4th, like not even really close.
I don't know, man. Zion was okay.
They're all really good.
I would say AD first, of course. Melo second.
That's chaos.
Melo ain't even go top 2 in this draft, and KD ain't go number 1. Zion did, so I can't put him. Did KD make it out the first weekend? Shit. And then Beasley came the next year and smashed all his numbers. I'm going college KD for.
I think KD went to that second weekend. I think he lost in the 16 or 8.
Yep. I think him and Zion lost in the same game. If I'm not.
That sounds right.
I think the Sweet 16 game. And AD and Melo were champions. So those guys are easily.
They were.
Yeah, how's AD behind KD?
Because I think AD played with, like, it was just KD. I don't know a single other player who played on that Texas team. Was he on there?
Dexter Pittman.
Dexter Pittman does not count.
Hey, those are 2 NBA players. You said you didn't know anybody.
Kinda. Dexter Pittman was kinda an NBA player.
Hey, that guy's a NBA champion, I'll have you know.
Again, kinda.
Nah, AD,
this
only
is true.
college? Yeah, AD was better.
This is true.
Let's see. Yeah. Listen, I think him doing like next year also going number 2 after Durant really that knocks Durant in these standings.
I don't know what Michael Beasley has to do with Kevin Durant.
He did the exact same thing he did the next year. It's like to the T. Didn't win a championship, scored a lot of points, went number 2. Nobody's had any of the things Zion, AD, or KD have done, or Melo. I mean,
I think Melo's one. That's why, like, who else was on that Kentucky team?
MKG, the Eternal, Marquise Teague, Terrence Jones, Deron Lamb. Again, not the loaded teams you're thinking of.
No, for sure.
Miller. Yeah, and Melo had like Hakeem Warwick, Dwayne.
Yeah, Hakeem Warwick.
Let's see. Yeah, the Pitt.
They have GMAC. Did he have GMAC?
McNamara's on that team. Damian James was on that Texas team, who was like a 5-star recruit, like highly touted. So yeah, KD had some talent, and he made it to. He was the 4 seed that lost in the second round to number.
Oh wow! So he didn't even make it to the.
Nope. So yeah, he's 4 here.
Who did they lose to?
So,
okay. No, Mayo wasn't there for multiple years, was he?
Who the fuck? Who else would USC had some? Maybe it was Taj Gibson. They had somebody.
Had to have been Taj Gibson.
They lost by 19 points. KD's easily 4th here.
Dude, there's no way OJ Mayo was at college multiple years.
Hey, OJ Mayo's like 2 years older than me and like graduated after me, man. It's a wild story. Yeah, who was on that USC team? Somebody let me know in the chat now. Did they make it to the second weekend? And that's not even like shade. I just legitimately can't remember.
Yeah, because they beat Taco, that second game?
Okay, that USC team was Nick Young, Taj Gibson, and Gabe Pruitt. That too. I knew I was like, there was.
Oh yeah, well, what was KD to do?
Lose
against Gabe Celtics legend Gabe Pruitt.
Yeah, no, he's easily 4 here. I expected Jody Meeks to be a perennial all-star. Man, oh man. Yeah. Well, not so much all-star, but like there was a random year he had with the Lakers where he scored 14 a game, which is like I was like, that's what I thought he was going to be. That's just what I thought Jody Meeks was going to be.
I think he led that Lakers team in scoring that year, like total points scored.
Yeah, like he had a really good year, like got a ring last year. He's had a damn good career of it. I just thought he was going to be like, oh yeah, no, he's that consistent like 13, 14 point a game, 3-point shooter, can play 25 minutes a game.
I feel like Meeks has killed the Celtics a few times.
Yeah, he's no one's like wow, he played 10 years, like has a ring, probably made I don't know 20 million just by virtue of playing that long, like a decent for a second round pick, pretty good.
Yeah, UCF was an 8 seed, so they got to the next weekend. And then who'd they lose to? I don't remember at all.
Jesus. Wait, what was the question? I was looking at that sick dunk.
Yeah, it was a sick dunk. Who did Zion lose to last year?
Let's see. I've got some time. Zion Williamson. Tim Floyd was the coach of that USC team. Good time.
USC had a weird little run in the mid, like after their football team got disbanded. They were like, yeah, let's just be a basketball school.
Yeah. Okay, I stand correct. Zion, they lost in the They made it to the second weekend, lost in the Elite 8 game to Michigan State.
Michigan State.
Lost, number 2 seed. They lost by 1. So better than I remember. But so he's 3 here to me. KD is comfortably 4, which is wild because KD was incredible in college. Let me see. How was MKG's? Oh boy, yeah. Where's that one? How was MKG's draft stock back in 2011? Just went through Simmons' 11 draft diary. He was salivating, calling him the second best player in the draft. It's a joke now because the way his career turned out. Nobody else was going second in that draft but MKG. There was some talk of Bradley Beal, maybe. But after we won the championship the way we did, 1 was going to be Anthony Davis, and 2, it was pretty sure going to be. I mean, I thought it was going to be that way with Wall and Cousins in 2010.
Should have been.
Yeah, I was like, I think they should just go 1 and 2. But his stock, like shooting wasn't nearly the premium it is now. So it's like if he can just develop that 15-footer, he's all the spacing you need. So his stock was every bit of that high. Yeah. Because I watched Bill at Florida that year. I was like, he's fine. But again, this is the guy going number 3. Like a lot.
Right. He was getting Ray Allen comparisons, and I was like, that feels wild.
Yeah. Like Lillard was in that draft, which I didn't know anything about him.
But one of my boys was very high on him. He watches like every team ever.
Mountain West.
So he'll every college game that happens, he's seen like twice. So he'll like that. It causes him to have some like wild, wild takes on guys who like
travel. What a bum.
Yeah. So
he was plugged in on Lillard.
Well, he'll tell me about like 20 guys a year, like 16 of which don't even enter the draft because no one else has heard of them. But yeah, he was like, Lillard should go like 1. And I was like, all right, calm down.
I mean, listen, 2 got a fair shot.
For sure.
I remember it was 2 MKG. I was in on him. Bill, I was like, he's fine. 3 seemed high. 4 Waiters. I was never high. I just Mello aside, I'm not a Syracuse guy. 5 was Thomas Robinson. I was very high on him, admittedly.
Same.
And I thought, like, he was from Washington. He had this story, like his mom passed. He was looking after his sister. I was like, they should take him at 3. Just take him at 3. Lillard, Harrison Barnes had very good stock.
That was high on Barnes.
Yeah, like they played. It was like who's going to be the number 1 wing, he or MKG, and they played it. I think MKG like locked them up second half of that game, and Kentucky won by 80, blocking John Henson's last second shot. So it was like those are the 2 wings. MKG was better, and his team won. So that's where his stock was. It was justifiably that high. Like redraftables, he wouldn't go nearly that high, but at the time it was like par for the course. The draft is hard. Is it though? I would have drafted Anthony Davis 1. So, and I explained that to many people because again, he averaged like 11 points a game and weighed 200
right.
pounds.
So, yeah, I had no problem with him going 1, but I do remember telling people to calm down with like the generational talk.
Oh no! Listen, I was Mr. Generational Talk.
I'm sure of it.
Listen, we weren't wrong. I still don't know what the score of this game is. I know what game it is. Don't know the score. Let's turn up mic a little bit. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this one. I'm trying different things. Yeah, that was the 2012 draft in the middle of
substantially louder.
Is that better? Like for real? Okay, well.
Loudest microphone on the East Coast by far.
Is it too loud?
It's good. It's good. It just went from like your normal talking position to screaming, and I was like, oh boy.
This team was, I think, Cleveland's 4 for 21 from threes. That's like a bad quarter for the Rockets.
Yeah, they're like, just keep firing. This will even out.
Bobcats won 19 games. Listen, they went 7-59.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, everyone keeps. Yeah, no, this is a good point. Perry Jones just hated basketball. That was tough.
Yeah. He wasn't, like, I still got that draft. It was some, like, Drummond went 9 in that draft. Mo Harkless, Royce White.
Tyler just plugged in his mic for the first time ever, so I think we're going to be good.
Yeah. That's what this light means. Evan Fournier went in that draft. Yeah, I was like, oh boy, Miami's going to draft Perry Jones. That's a wrap. And then they didn't. Then OKC got him. I was like, oh, that's even worse.
Yeah,
Kevin Durant.
They're going to sub Durant out and put in younger Durant. And Perry Jones was like, nah, I'm cool.
Yeah, he's like, I'm fine.
He's like, basketball, huh? Nah, I'm not that interested, but I'll give it a shot.
Nah, that's cool.
He's like, I just want to travel, really.
Yeah, I like to see the country.
Yeah, see the states.
Mm-hmm. This was a decent draft. I don't know. Have you been listening to the redraftables? Simmons has been doing the redrafting old draft. They're pretty good. Just because it's a lot of those. I think we should do they're starting from, I think, 2000 going forward. I think we should start from 2019 and go backwards.
Meet them in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Just be like, hey, number one, Pelicans. Do they go to Zion all over?
Boy.
Did that go in? Because the ball went flying. This guy stinks. Oh, this is the first instant replay. Gave it up specifically to get it back. Goes up top. Missed it. Oh. Right on the plumber.
Yeah, Royce White was the guy who wouldn't get on planes. I see the vision.
Yeah, Royce White was good too.
Yeah, he was mocked because I think the Celtics, that was the Sullinger Fab Melo year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So I like Royce White was heavily mocked to us, and I didn't want him at all. And then like the Rockets took him right before us, I'm pretty sure.
Let's see.
And I was pumped.
Wright was, yes, he went 16. Boston had 21 and 22. Yeah,
21 and 22. And yeah, I was pumped and then immediately furious at what we actually did. I was sick. There was a stretch there where Ainge was absolutely nailing someone I hated for about 4 years in a row. And it infuriated me. Olynyk, I wanted Giannis. That would,
I think he was right there.
Yeah.
Georges Niang. Yeah. Yeah, with this emoji. Yeah.
Yeah. Niang was there with White.
Was he? I'm trying to. They played Kentucky
that
in the tournament.
Can't possibly be true.
I don't know, man. College is weird. Like with the non-one and done guys, college is weird like that. It's like those guys played together. Like, yeah, one was a 8th year sophomore, and
back then for that draft, honest to God, because that was the Draymond second round year, right?
Let's see, it was a 20. Yep, he was a 35th. Yeah. Jay Crowder was 34. Draymond was 35.
Yeah, I wanted Draymond because, again, my boy who watches every game, and Michigan State I do see because they were ranked. So I was high on him, and so was he. And then I wanted Quincy Miller in that draft too.
Yeah, Baylor had a couple guys.
Yeah,
Quincy Miller ended up going in the 4. Let's see. Yeah, Quincy AC went 37 for Baylor, and Quincy Miller went 38. Toronto and Denver. I was like, he's just baby Perry Jones, and Perry Jones is just baby Kevin Durant.
I was like, if we can get this shooting guard and this, which I should have known, Ainge won't take a guard unless he can play both. But that would have been a fine one with me. I was like, get Draymond, have him play whatever the fuck he wants. I didn't know he was going to be.
He was old.
We took Jared Sullinger. He was old. Doesn't fly there.
Nah, he was like a sophomore old. Draymond was old.
Yeah, but he had old back old.
Listen, it was a bad pick. I didn't say it was. You'll get no argument with me here.
There were Celtics fans who argued with me. Taurean Prince. I wasn't high on Taurean Prince at the time.
Royce White left the year before Niang got there, but the fact that it's even that close, that's how long ago college is. That's why.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that feels like way off. I would have guessed like a whole cycle went between them two.
Yeah, no, they passed this room key off to each other. Yeah, Niang 2016. Royce White, I think he played 1 year for Iowa State, though. I don't know if it was a freshman. It was a freshman. Maybe it was. I don't know. This is. Yeah, Royce White's last year was 11-12, and Yang's first year was 12-13.
Yeah, Royce White's been great in the Big Three, though.
On the Twitter, too.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's where he thrives.
Let me see. Yeah, who did I want Orlando to get here? I'm trying to.
I can't believe we took Jared Sullinger and Fab Melo.
Yeah, both of them. We took Andrew Nicholson. I was like, okay. In theory, it seemed good. Like I didn't watch a lot of St. Bonaventure basketball. So I'm not gonna lie. Like I just had a
take Nicholson of any kind. Yeah. He was supposed to. Yeah. He was supposed to be like the spacing big. That was like draft write up. It was like, oh, this guy, he can bang down low and he can also shoot. And then he just really didn't do either.
No, well, the thing was in Orlando, he didn't shoot early. I think it was either his second or third year. He started asking, could he shoot threes? And the coaches were like, yes. Then I think those coaches got fired and they were like, what are you doing? And that, third year he hit 36% of his threes, took two a game. He never took more than 0.7 again. Like, and didn't play for Orlando again. They were like, this guy just doesn't get it. Nicholson he got like $38 million to get like immediately traded and waived. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I don't hate that. If someone wants to do that with me, I'm available.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Celtics did have to have Yabu. I was completely fine with that.
I'd say it worked out for the best.
We had 3 first rounders and could only keep 1. Love when that happens.
Yeah. At least you kept the best one.
Yeah, we did.
I know. Chris Middleton went second round that draft.
Duran
Lamb. Yep. Duran Lamb and Darius Miller. Kylo Quinn was a second rounder.
Another
Robbie Hummel was a second rounder. Wow. They had to build a Kentucky roster the other day, and Duran Lamb cost more than Emmanuel Quickly. It upset me. It's fine, but it upset me. One of them won Conference Player of the Year and still cost $1 on that chart. So he's the one I took. Bad name guy, never working out. Yeah, Andrew Nicholson's not a good basketball name.
Terrible name. That's what I want, like my taxidermist to be named.
Oof.
Hummel did cook in March Madness. That's a guy who was built for March Madness.
Built for Purdue too. Molinaro's boy. It's the trade. Yeah, this bronze Jordan. Like he wasn't Diamond Jordan until like 92.
Most hated Celtics.
Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, that's
no. Let me. I know one. I know Enes Kanter's up there right now, and I don't even need to.
It
ain't even been a full year. I feel like he's got to be in the 5. I don't think he's first, but I think he's in the 5 from what I've seen.
There's too much of a divide. There's too many people who like him.
I don't follow any of them.
No, smart. They don't have good takes, so you shouldn't. I'll tell you what, Elo's doing like a pretty decent job on Jordan.
Listen, that's why he was so. Even when he got his eye dotted, he was in perfect position. Like,
well, did you see the screenshot? Like he's facing the wrong direction entirely. So I can't say he's in perfect position.
He couldn't stomach to look at it. He knew what was going to happen, man. Come on, that's Michael Jordan, man. He saw this literally last year on this same court as the overdog again.
I don't know. I haven't like hated. Like I know there are a lot of guys who I hated, but it's not
Let me see. I probably got 5 hated Celtics. Let's see.
Yeah, Paul Pierce, Larry Bird.
Garnett's up there. Let's see.
Let me ask you this, because he just did a podcast with Shams, and he was again said fuck the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Okay.
Do you think people view Garnett as a Celtic more than a Timberwolf at this point?
I would say yes, because things ended so terribly in Minnesota for him. Like he was supposed to like come on, and I don't know if he's supposed to be in the front office or be part owner or whatever.
Right,
and they like completely fucked him. So he, like, I think maybe that's what it came from. They were asking, like, he didn't even want his jersey retired there. So at that point, it's like, yeah, sure, I think of him as a Celtic more than that.
Jordan 5 of 13 from the field. Are you kidding me? Hey, Baldy.
Breathe it in.
Yeah, KG would absolutely be rather viewed as a Celtic. There's no question about that.
Yeah, so it's kind of like respecting his, like, we all know he played 10 years there or whatever, but if they really didn't fuck with him like that, or he don't have no good memories,
yeah,
the man want to be remembered as a Celtic, then yeah.
I think he has good memories playing, but I think he hates Glenn Taylor that much that he's like, I'm not talking about that till he's out of there.
Yeah, like it's not, I mean, it's similar, but like different era. It's kind of, it feels to me like Bill Russell in Boston. Like he would do anything for his teammates. The guys on that team, but he's like, no, I don't fuck with them at all.
No, because I think like I don't think KG has any hatred for like the people of Minnesota.
I don't know if he likes them.
That's fine, but I think like Bill Russell, like people, Celtics fans of that age, he's like, yeah, I don't care for them, but like he loved Red Auerbach, you know what I mean?
Cash. That's what I'm saying. But I think KG loved his coaches, teammates, all that. I just think to the way he left, he's like, I'm not coming back. And it took Russell how long to go back to Boston? Like how many years to go get? What did he go get? Like his jersey retired. He finally went and got something.
They had to retire his jersey twice.
The second time he came,
he didn't show up the first time. Yeah, that was the problem. They had to trick him the second time. They put a box with a stick holding up, and they pulled the string to catch him.
It was a trap that just said winning under it, and he went for it, and they got him. He looked up, and he was at the ball.
He was working.
Did he coach the Sonics for a while too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He went to Seattle to coach, and then he was working with CBS doing like sideline reporter shit, which is crazy. And can you imagine like Jordan doing that?
Tim Duncan just on the sideline call, yeah,
because he was in the locker room with Bird like after they won, and like he was interviewing him then. So like it's just he would come back, but yeah, no, I feel
like that was him doing his job. He was like, listen, I'm here to do my job. Bill, you played here for 10 years. I don't look at it as any different than any other sideline interview I've ever done.
I don't think Ray Allen has a team that gets associated with him.
When I think Ray Allen, he played for what, 3? That's not too many.
No, Bucks, Sonics, Celtics, Lake.
I was gonna say, I was like, that's the one. I was like, I kind of think Bucks.
Yeah, me too. I might think UConn, honestly.
I would say Bucks. He had some good years with the Sonics.
I
think Heat before the Celtic, honestly.
Him and Rashad Lewis were. I feel like they should get some of the credit that everyone likes to give the Suns, because what they were doing, hoisting threes and spreading the court out, like
with Lukey Ridenour.
Yeah, I was like, this team's fucking incredible.
That was like my thing. Like the same way I was like, listen, AD, just stay with Zion. I was like, listen, they've got Ray Allen, Rashard Lewis. That's the summer they broke it up. I'm like, just add Kevin Durant.
Right.
Just add him. Like or Odin, whichever one they don't take, you add him to Rashard Lewis and Ray Allen.
They were like, nope, blowing it up.
Yeah, no, we're going the other way. Rashard Lewis, Orlando, Ray, Boston. Yeah.
It's crazy that, they were like, let's get Jeff Green in here. I was so happy with that trade.
Man.
You talk about a pick I wanted nothing to do with. That number 5 pick in that Durant draft, it was
Yeah.
Grim. You know how many people were trying to tell me Yi Jinlian was just Asian Dirk?
Were they wrong?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes, they were.
How old was Ray Allen? Like, they were all plus 30, right? Let me see. His first year in ball, he was 32. So imagine, right, a 32-year-old shooting guard gets traded for the number 5 pick in the draft.
Yeah.
Like, it was the right trade. Like, for both. No, probably if you're blowing it all the way up, then.
Oh, I think that's a haul if you're blowing it up.
Yeah, but
like, it's not just a first rounder; it's a known number 5.
But boy, oh boy, I'm trying to even think of a third. Like, if DeMar,
and you
DeRozan,
already have number 2.
If DeMar DeRozan, he opts in and the Spurs just trade him for the number 5 pick this year's draft, it's just like, okay.
That feels disrespectful to Ray Allen, but I hear what you're saying.
Just some similar players. One guy here. Joe Alexander. Yep. Oh, boy.
Yee and Joe Alexander. And what was that, consecutive years? That sounds right.
Probably. Look at this hustle.
That's disgusting.
Brad Daugherty said, I'm not getting on the ground.
Won't do it.
He said, I'm 7'2", dude. Like,
it'll take me an hour and a half. Yeah, he's like, you guys can figure it out. Price
is like, I'm 5'11". Hey, I'll hit the deck. Brad Daugherty's about to tiptoe over to like picking a child up like out of the pool.
I said this to Joey the other day. Dave learned my name the day I quit 4 years ago, which was a wild time. Usually when I call him, he would just say his name, and I'd have to be like, yeah, it's me. And he'd be like, oh, hey, what's up? And then
David.
Yeah, the day I quit, he was like, "What's up, Coley?" And I was like, boy.
Something bad happened, yeah.
Yeah, that caught me for completely off guard. That when I hung up, I felt so bad about it. And luckily, he called me back within, I finished hanging up the phone, and then it rang, and it was him. And he was like, "No, you're not going anywhere." I was like, "All right, fine."
So he tricked you.
Yeah. What's the maddest? I don't even know 5 Celtics I hate. I'm sure if I got every roster put in front of me. Sullinger I was not a fan of at all.
Let me see. Grant Williams.
Oh, Jeff Green.
Kevin Garnett. Eddie House.
No.
He shouldn't have been in the way of Rafer Austin's hand. Whose fault was that?
Rick Fox. Rick Fox was a weird Celtic. I don't hate him, but he was a weird Celtic for sure.
Was he drafted there?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. Like Doug, random people started a career with the Celtics and then left to blossom elsewhere.
Ben Wallace.
Harper's like, I did what I could, man. Like,
yeah.
I don't.
Billups, yeah. But Gary Payton was a weird Celtic who refused to come.
Yeah, I kind of see where Gary was coming from.
Yeah, I don't blame him. In hindsight, at the time, I was like, well, fuck you then. And then he came and he was fine. But
yeah,
I know a lot of Celtics fans at the time. I don't think he'd make many people's list now, but they were furious when we signed Marbury. Furious.
Patino's got to be in the top 5. Hate.
That's true.
Just grandfathered in. Rick Pitino's never refused to come in his life.
No. Pitino for sure. Pitino just fucked up so many things. So many things.
Good times.
What a dickhead.
I remember at the time thinking, honest to God, I was 8 years old, and I was like, if I'm Ron Mercer, I don't know if I'd want to play for that man anymore. You just got same with Twan Walker. It was like Twan just got away from him.
Yeah. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. There weren't a lot of happy days. Joe Johnson was a Celtic. It was chaos. We could have just had Pierce, Joe Johnson, Chauncey Billups, and Antoine. That's not even saying if we did anything different. We just had to keep those guys.
Yeah, if you just didn't trade them 52 games into their rookie year, yeah.
That's all we had to do. That could have been our 4 forever. You talk about a team that runs.
Kendrick Brown.
Kedrick Brown. Kedrick Brown's actually one of my most hated because if I recall correctly, we drafted him with a future first we owned of the Denver Nuggets, but it was like a weird rule where you could use it when you want it. Like it wasn't like
you could roll it over.
Yeah.
Those I don't know when that went away. Like I guess it just turned into like protections.
Right.
People got more specific, but yeah, it used to be like, I don't want it this year. No, I'm good.
Well, we used it on Kedrick Brown, whose career highlight was injuring Kobe Bryant. So that was the most he accomplished in the NBA.
Okay. A lot of guys y'all drafted didn't have that.
Correct. But we could have just held him and then taken Melo. If we just didn't use the pick.
Fab Melo.
So we could have just had Carmelo Anthony in 2003 with Paul Pierce, whoever the fuck. Like we could have just done whatever we wanted at that point.
43 and 39.
And that team would have ruled.
Whiskers, how'd you feel about Patino as a UK head coach? Listen, I loved him. We're winning championships. Like, what was not the law? We won a championship, went to the next one, lost in the championship, but guys were starting to go into the NBA, and Patino left. Then we won another championship. So I was like, listen, I wish him well. I didn't start hating him until he came back to Louisville.
That makes sense.
Yeah, in Boston, I was like, sure. Like this, he got Ron Mercer. Of course I want him. Antoine, I want him to do well. He didn't.
No, sure didn't. Historically bad.
Yeah, he was real bad. Oh, boy.
It doesn't make sense in my brain how someone can be, and I know there are differences, obviously, but it doesn't make sense in my brain how you can be so good in college and so bad in the pros.
Like who, Michael Beasley?
No, playing makes sense, but coaching. Coaching. Like, that's why when the Seahawks hired Pete Carroll, I was like, that'll never work. And I'm like one game away from being correct on that take. That's
nah, because even getting the 2 Super Bowls.
No, I know. But he was
you hate Pete Carroll. I know you always have.
He was laughably bad as a Patriots coach. Like laughably bad. Like he would to punish guys, he would be like, come see me after practice, wait for the rest of the team to go in, and then just like dump a little bit of water on them and be like, tell everyone I made you run the stairs. Like that shit doesn't work. In the
when you're 30, what you're doing, a guy's 31 and make twice as much, 10 times as much as you.
Yeah,
not so much. It's the Saban. Like I've always been convinced that's a good one. Saban and Calipari, like both they were mid in the pros, not awful.
Right.
I'm convinced both of them could have made it. They were just like, boy, I'm going to have to work a whole lot harder than I thought I would to make this work. I'd rather just do that work in college where I'm like the top dog.
Saban's a weird one too, because I'm pretty sure he was 500 against Belichick when he was with the Dolphins.
I think they had like a 500 or like a 9-17 with teams that weren't that good.
Right. And he was there when they made the infamous Culpepper over Drew Brees choice too, I'm pretty sure. So it's like if maybe, but if like that's one of those things. Like if he just gets Brees, yeah, they're saying Saban was 500 and they wouldn't let him take Brees. So if he just gets Brees, like he's probably still there.
Listen, that's Calipari in New Jersey. The whole story was like Calipari had the draft power that year, and it was a thing where it's like if you take him, he will play in Italy. And Cal's like, boy, that'd be a bad look for my first pick. He's like, I know this kid's gonna be good, but boy, that's a rough like is the 11th pick in the draft worth it for an 18-year-old kid? So he took Kerry Kittles. Like that's the game. Yeah, he wanted, and the trainers, they brought in the Saints trainers for that workout for some reason. Nope, shoulder shot. I don't even know if he'll be able to drive home.
Can barely stand up.
Boy, it's hanging on by a dental floss.
Pretty good.
Okay, I feel like they all free throw line. I ain't seen no jumpers.
I saw him take one and miss because he's a bum.
Yeah, I ain't seen no post moves.
But yeah, going back to our pal Trey Zingus's pick, Ruggs first wide receiver drafted at plus 600. It's been like coming on in my mind that if Ruggs ends up in the right situation, I could see him being like the most dangerous of these guys. Like how Tyreek Hill's not the best receiver in the league, but there are times when he is.
Right.
I could see Ruggs having a very similar career. However, I don't see any way, shape, or form someone's going to take him over Judy and Lamb.
Hey, what a great block. It only take one, man. One GM will see, like Dave Gettleman will see that dunking footage and is like, dude, that was awesome. You just take him like 6.
Well, that's the thing. He would have to go like comically high.
Dave Gettleman.
No, I get it. That's why I said it. Like him going, if he goes like 3rd to the Lions, it's like, all right, yeah, that's just the Lions.
That's plus 600. I don't hate those odds. I'd like to see if he's got the other odds pulled up. But
I'm sure Lamb and Judy are probably the same.
But even then, I saw one that they had them both still on the board to like 18 or so. So if somebody falls in love with Ruggs, just takes him 7th. Wouldn't surprise. Panthers are just like, we want him.
If the Raiders just were a little higher and Al Davis was still alive, I'd be like, all right, yeah, I see it.
Listen, they still might, man. It's a new team. They need some flash and glitz in Las Vegas.
I think they get plenty of that with Lamb, or you know what I mean? Like if they take any of those 3 guys.
They're better, but they don't have like that 4.2 speed. It's like Hollywood Brown, man. Like, boy, it looks great when Tyreek Hill breaks 160 yards and there's nobody in the picture.
Colonel Magoo says this. Maybe. I hadn't thought about it, but yeah, maybe. Oh, Lamb's plus 120. That's surprising.
Ruggs. That's what I was like. I figured for the odds, those guys will have worse odds. So plus 600, I like it for that.
Well, I didn't think there'd be any difference between Judy and Lamb. Like none.
Yeah.
I thought they'd both be like minus 115. So I'd probably just go Lamb there.
I'd bet all 3. Somebody, Chenault, first one drafted. My son of a bitch.
Burrow's like, actually, I'm going to play wide receiver. We're like, that doesn't count. What are you talking about?
Poor Joe Burrow. Corzine getting physical, getting nasty.
It Lamb to Arizona at 8. If I'm Arizona, I know they need offensive linemen and a lot of things because they weren't that great. But it would be so, even with Hopkins, I'd just be like, hey, let's take another really good wide receiver.
Yeah, it's tempting, but at 8, they got to go offensive line. Just because they're going to have a pick in the 3rd round where somebody's going to mess up on wide receiver.
Probably.
And they're still going to get it. Like, I think you'll still get a good wide receiver in the 3rd round. I don't know what the tackles will look like in the 3rd round.
Who should
I would take Wirfs, the kid from Iowa.
Oh, yeah. I think he should. He's the guy our pal Sully has been saying for a while is the best lineman in the draft. And I don't listen to him on anyone except linemen.
I was going to say, if I needed a line, he'd be the first one I'd take.
He's a monster. And he's got the school pedigree. He's got all of it.
Yeah.
Who should the Pats take? I heard
we have 23, 24.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I've seen a lot of was it Kenneth Murray, dude from Oklahoma, the linebacker. I wouldn't hate that. I wouldn't hate that at all. Yeah, I think they should trade up to 3 and get Tua if he's going to be there. I don't know if he will be anymore. I think 2 might get moved, or the Redskins will just take him. But
okay, listen, move up to 2 then. What's stopping you? we'll get up to 3, but not 2. That's too much.
Because I've explained it many times. We have it in with the Lions. The Redskins can't even trade their left tackle. Everyone in the league wants. Like, it's an impossible team to deal with.
Oh yeah, the Lions much better. There's no in. It's just Matt Patricia wanting to be cool.
Patrick Queen. I don't hate Patrick Queen. Murray isn't bad. That's not true.
I'm gonna need 4 of them things. At least 4 first rounders if I'm trading that far.
I don't know if you can squeeze 2 years at a Tyrod if you're the Chargers.
No. I mean, again, I don't. Cam Newton's very available right now.
Super available.
You wouldn't have to squeeze anything out of anyone. Like, I would draft Wirfs or whichever tackle's still there, sign Cam. You don't have to squeeze anything out of anyone.
Correct. And
then, yeah, you can go Hurts later or any I feel like I haven't even seen many project quarterbacks. I feel like I've seen it's Burrow, Tua, Herbert, Love, and Jalen Hurts is like clearly fifth. Like some Eason Fromm, but
Yeah,
those are like second. I think of like project like fourth, fifth, sixth round guys.
you can bet Jalen Hurts plus 1,200 to be drafted in the first round. You could also just set your money on fire too.
Listen, it only takes one team. Somebody's going to trade up to 32. We know that much. So
see, I don't think they will. I think they're going to trade up to 31 this year. I think they're going to trade up to 31 because it's the Chiefs at 32. The Niners don't have a second, third, or fourth round pick. They don't have any of them. So I think they're going to be looking to get up off 31 because they also have, I think the Niners have 12 or 13.
Yeah, from the Colts. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they'll get up off 31, and the Chiefs, since they have no money, will be like, no, we need this guy. We actually do.
I can see them getting off 13. Like if they just trade back 13, trade back enough times, like, okay, now we've got 2 seconds, a third, and 2 fourths. Like, we're good that way. But yeah, 32. And again, one team falling in love. And if the first 4 quarterbacks go in like the top 18 picks, somebody's gonna be like, well, I don't want to miss my guy. But 1,200, that's some tall odds.
I don't know what the quarterback's going to look like this year because I think only a couple of teams like Herbert, which is again is all it takes. But I don't know, like I just don't have any takes on most of the other guys. Like I think Fromm can be serviceable. I don't like that's the only because I've seen him for so long.
Yeah.
I've never seen Love play football. He's got a great name, but I've never seen him play football. I have no idea.
Yeah, I think he's one of those that's like, boy, oh boy, his senior year sucked because everything sucked. And it's like, listen, I get it, but that's kind of how it goes in the NFL. So, yeah.
Fucking Dan Marino. That's what happened to Dan Marino.
So it's like, hey, I get it. And that doesn't mean he can't be a good player, but I'm good. Like Chargers, I don't know what it would look like, but I think they should entertain. If they don't take offensive line, I think they should entertain taking Tua. Those are the only 2 things I would take there: offensive line or
you wouldn't take Simmons?
I wouldn't. I think their offensive line just needs 2. If their defense is healthy now, it'd be great to add it, of course. But if they're just healthy, they're fine on their own. They need offensive line help in the worst way.
I heard PFF was talking about if Okuda somehow slips to them and them just being like, listen, they have to beat the Chiefs to get out of the AFC anyways. Just strengthen the strength.
I can see, listen, they ain't drafting Jeff Okuda ain't going to have them beating the Chiefs, but
for sure.
I see the vision, but I'd go whatever offensive lineman just by default. Because again, you see, like you've got Keenan Allen, you've got what's the other receiver? Tyrell.
No, he's in
he's a Raiders. Who's the other receiver they've got?
Mike Williams and
somebody
Keenan
Williams.
Allen. Mike Williams.
Eckler and like Eckler, Justin Jackson. You've got some weapons. Like get any kind of decent quarterback. Maybe won MVP less than 4 years ago. I draft like Wirfs or Becton or whoever the tackle from Georgia.
Yeah, Fromm isn't perfect for sure. If he was, we wouldn't be talking about him as maybe a 3rd, 4th round pick.
Right.
But I do wonder, since Georgia's offensive coordinator seems to be one of the more inept people in college football, from what every Georgia fan tells me, I don't know if I can put it all on him. All I've seen him do.
I don't know if you can listen to Georgia fans.
Yeah, but if they're bitching about their own guy.
Yeah, Georgia fans, they don't like nice things.
Let's get Tory in here.
Okay. I think the thing, like for Fromm, I remember seeing that a lot for Kevin Hogan from Stanford. They're like, listen, he can't do the stuff, but he knows all the stuff. And it's like, but
I can't
I've seen some Daltons. I could see some Fromm with Dalton. He just won't make too many mistakes. Not a great arm. Decent enough arm, decent enough at everything.
My thing with Fromm is I've seen him, and of course he didn't beat them, but I've seen him go toe to toe with the best too many times, and that's always big to me.
Lose
for sure, but I don't even know if he was losing to substantially better teams, but the fact that he was even in the game was always enough for me.
Are they substantially better? Georgia, this close to being back to back in the playoff, so I don't know about substantially better. He had a bad game against LSU
this year. Yeah, no, this year wasn't good.
Yeah, he feels very safe to me. And again, I don't know. I don't know what the draft range for that is. Like I don't know
for sure.
Like if he's second or third or fourth, I don't know what his range is for that.
Yeah, I don't understand why people think Cam's career is over. He's not the first quarterback to get injured. He's not like super old. Like I don't get it.
He's 30.
He is exactly 30. Yeah,
he's 30 and he types funny.
He does type funny. That's for sure.
Flagrant.
But yeah, I'm still. The more he's just floating around.
Jason Alexander. Yeah.
I think the draft will be very telling for like who's
in terms of what players will go to which teams.
For who's angling for Cam, because I do think if like the Chargers just do want to drop him in there, I think they'll absolutely go offensive line. You know what I mean?
Do you even need to angle anymore? Like you could do whatever and be like, okay, well, I guess we'll just sign him.
Well, I guess it's more. It's like a team like the Chargers, or like maybe Tua does just fall right into our lap, and we'd rather just draft that guy and have him for longer.
Mm-hmm. Well, if Tua drops to them at that point, that's when I trade the pick, honestly, because I feel like at that point they could probably get a haul for get enough for it where it's like, as great as Tua is, we're putting him behind the same ain't shit line we just had. He's coming off of a serious injury, so I would try to get a haul for that.
I forgot he broke his nose on that play too.
Insult to injury.
Injury to injury.
Yeah. It's like, boy, I can't walk, and they look up. Oh, why is my face hurting?
That's this puddle of blood.
Why it hurts when I breathe?
Yeah. You guys smell pennies? What's going on here? What a ridiculous shot.
Shout out Wolf Evans. Trump stopped the Pelicans from winning the finals this year. People wake up. Listen, again, if Zion was just going to keep improving by 15 to 20% every 6 games or so he played, the longer the season bears it out well for the Pelicans. We just need to make it to game 95 when he's the best player in the league. Oh, look at him. Look at this matchup. Roberts. Pierce.
Is that a boxing matchup? What was
that? Detroit got the boy. Wiped the Pistons or the Celtics out.
Yeah, they got us up out of here. We were done by now.
Bird was still playing though, right? Or was he already?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, he was
on the roster.
Yeah, he had a contract. I'd be furious if we drafted Herbert and also signed Andy. Like all of this would infuriate me to no end.
Yeah. That'd be pretty bad roller. They say we have a trade to announce that Patriots trade up to 3. You're going crazy, and it's like Justin Herbert, University.
Yeah, I'm like why?
Jordan Love, Utah State.
So he would have been there if we just stayed put.
He's like, listen, I learned from Dave Gettleman. When your guy falls, you go get him. This is game 5, and nobody got like a haircut or a lineup or nothing. Not even prime time.
I do wonder, and obviously I'm biased, but I do wonder, since everyone's like going to be isolated during this draft, like some teams are really going to fuck up big time. So I do wonder if Belichick just being alone, like he's like, finally, I don't have to listen to fucking anyone. This is my time to shine.
I don't know, man. He don't have a quarterback. Guy might be assistant. He might be Billy Popovich, man, who ain't won shit since our best player walked out.
No, we've been fine since Moss left.
I wish that was true. You bring back KD and Kyrie this season. If it starts in September, I would say no. Would you bring them back?
If they finish this season in September?
Let's say it's in September. It starts. I don't know if Brother Walt, you mean like if they just start the playoffs now? If you're talking about if they finish, because the only thing I could see them doing playoffs now, but I think they might even go to like best of 5 or 3. And they were talking about in like training gyms or like high school gyms, smaller.
If they're
thing. So I wouldn't risk it, honestly. This year is already a shit show. Achilles is way too serious. Kyrie is Kyrie. Kyrie. I don't think if they both come back, even if they're healthy, I don't think they win 4 rounds. So I would say no.
But if the rounds are like 5, I would be more inclined to risk it just because I am the Nets. And
if you're Kevin Durant, though, do you like you just did this? You literally just did this.
Yeah, I don't think he learned. I think he would do this again.
That's a case where it's like I would take it at like I see what you're thinking, Irving. I see that look in your eye. Don't even think about it. Y'all not coming back this year. Because if he gets, like, say you get hurt again, we get some sort of next season on a regular schedule. And he missed that too. I'm
For
not
sure.
taking that risk.
But my thing is, like, if I'm the Nets, like, I don't care if I get an asterisk ring. You know what I mean? I got these guys here to get that banner. That banner will fly forever, the same as the rest of them.
For sure.
And, yeah, Durant just coming in. Because again, I'm under the impression if Durant's healthy, he's still the best player in the world, and I think he could definitely win the East right now.
I don't think he could. Not 4 series, man. Because again, this Nets team, like they're a sub 500 team. If they were like, okay, they're adding Durant to the 3 seed, maybe. But this is a team that's like barely over 500 without Kyrie, below 500 with him, and Durant, like he's. Like we see it now. He's a 7-footer coming off a serious injury. He's not going to be healthy right away. And to win 4 rounds immediately, I wouldn't risk it. I would take that even if he's going to be pissed at me and demand a trade. It's like, no, listen, nobody stays 10 years either way. What do you leave? Well, I mean, you're going to leave in 2 years anyway. KD, Kyrie, Dinwiddie, and LeVert, man, the Raptors ain't scared of that 4. The Bucks ain't scared of that 4. And again, this is Kevin Durant that hasn't played organized basketball in when to get hurt last June, 10 months, man. Even for the best, I couldn't justify. Now, if they cut the rounds, I think that's interesting.
What do you mean?
Like if they're like, okay, we can't do 4 rounds, we might just have to do 3. If we just do, I don't even know how they would do it. Like shorter and they cut around, but I still don't think I would do it. 4 straight rounds.
The only way you could cut the rounds is if you only took the top 4 teams, really.
I'm fine with that.
Giving buys to the top 2.
A play-in game for who plays into the playoffs for the playoffs to play out. Yeah.
Right.
That's so, yeah. Or if you go like top, I've seen top 6, but I don't know if I think they're 7, which wouldn't even help them.
No,
like top 6 where the top 2 seeds get some kind of buy, but I personally wouldn't bring him back. We're talking about one of the GOATs coming off injury, not a regular good player. Absolutely. We're also not talking about a regular injury.
For sure. Yeah, if this were what Clay had, you'd have a different answer.
ACL. I'd feel a lot better if it was ACL or what did he even have? Like what first year he got hurt when somebody like rolled up on his knee or something, right?
Durant?
Yeah, wasn't that the first year in the playoffs, like Zaza? It was an accident, like rolled up on his leg, and he missed a couple playoff games. I
thought you meant like after the MVP when he.
No.
Before the MVP when he broke his foot.
Yeah, no. If it was that, mate, like a bum shoulder, but Achilles, like this is second to what Andre Roberson got, the most devastating injury you can suffer in the NBA. I wouldn't risk it.
I don't even think Andre Roberson could stand up.
Andre Roberson had the same exact injury Terry Wilson had, and Terry Wilson was ready to start for spring football, and Andre Roberson hasn't played in 2 years. Like, I don't understand the human body. I just don't get it.
No. Yeah, I guess people still don't know this. Michael Jordan, not a huge fan of black people. That's
no. I have not seen this Dragonfly. I think Jordan just don't like rap music, man. He don't like the rap blacks. Chameleonaire, right. Wu-Tang. He's fine. He loves Iverson, love Kobe.
If you can
Kobe quit rapping, yeah.
He's like, knock it off. Cut your hair.
Yeah,
trim those sideburns.
Let's get us a break.
The Chameleonaire is always funny. I wonder what he thinks of Chameleonaire now that he's like a tech billionaire.
Same. You think that changed Michael Jordan's stance? You think
maybe he took his hat off? Maybe took those braids out.
Not a chance.
Michael Jordan's just NBA Bill Cosby.
Respectability. Jordan. Dude, I read an article because random articles are all I read now. From like 01, right after it was detailing like following Kwame Brown right after he got drafted. And you talk about a kid that did not stand a chance.
Not one.
And it wasn't. I mean, he played some part in it. I won't say it's not any fault of his own, but just the situation he was dropped into, he didn't stand a chance, man. It went from we're rebuilding to on the fly. Michael Jordan's coming back. We're making the playoffs. Dave Collins needs to save his job.
Yeah.
So we need you to be good right now. And he's like, I don't know what a pick or a roll is.
He was like, I was taking algebra last year.
Yeah. Like it's rough. Like if they bring back the high school, well, I mean, he stinks. I don't know how that would happen now. Like how they would, if they bring back high schoolers to the draft, I don't know how they would nurture it to make sure that doesn't happen again. I feel like they'd be better about it, but I feel like they'd be better about the draft now. They're still bad at that. So,
but yeah, that's the thing. Like,
I can't. Jordan on the ropes.
I can't even say that was like that's on each team because there have been high schoolers taken before and after Kwame Brown. You know what I mean?
For sure.
They've all had varying levels of success.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel very team and individually oriented too. Because LeBron, the fact that LeBron survived the Cavs, like clearly he could have went anywhere and been fine.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's going to be the same as it was before. Teams are going to fuck up. Some won't. Mm-hmm. Some players are going to like Monte Ellis made it. Like if Monte Ellis can do it, anyone can fucking do it.
That's one of those things. Depending on who you ask, like, did he make it? It's like, well, he didn't go to college. Was a second round pick and averaged 25 a game. Probably sitting on 50 million. Yeah, he made it. But bad player in official.
Listen. There are a lot of Warriors fans who would hate to admit in modern times that they were furious that they traded Monte instead of Steph. I
was gonna say, man, the Bucks are this close. Apparently, they told him, "Yeah, take your choice of Monte or Steph," and they're like, "Wow, y'all talking about that guy with them little bitty drumstick ankles?
No, give
me the walking bucket, man."
Yeah, Monte was nice.
Tired, bro.
He's played 48 minutes.
Been knocked around by Cavs small forward is like 7 foot and 260.
Top 20 players the last 20 years, at least 4 of them are high schoolers. I don't know what side of the argument that's for, to be completely, and I don't mean that in a negative way.
No, I feel like if not more, right? LeBron, KG, Kobe.
Does KG fall in that last 20?
Well, I would say a majority of his career fell in the last 20 years, so I would say yes.
Okay, all right.
That's how I would look at it.
Okay.
T-Mac's up there. It's just one of those things like those guys, and again, that's why they keep rolling the dice because the hits are so worth it. You'll take 10 misses. You'll take 10 misses if you get a Kobe Bryant. But it's also going to be a thing like, are you going to, I think it was Woj talking about it, like, are these guys going into high school gyms to like scout? Every high school gym ain't Sierra Canyon like Bronny James. You have to go into fucking Mississippi where you get Al Jefferson, Monte Ellis. Are these scouts doing that? Are you really, you going to fucking Prentice, Mississippi to scout Al Jefferson?
Well, even like the Al Jefferson we were watching in his draft clip, like had him at Team USA. Right. You know what I mean? Those U18. So it's like, yeah, you can go watch him play at some random team, but they get to see these guys up close at all these camps and everything during the summer. So I still don't know if you have to do that.
Well, the thing, and I bring it up because I read that article earlier. It was one of those things because they didn't have a whole lot of tape. One of the times that Kwame and Tyson Chandler, the 1 and 2 picks in that draft, when they played, Kwame annihilated them.
Yeah.
So that's why the Wizards were like, okay, yeah, this is our guy. So the thing in some of those Team USA ones, sometimes a guy just get a good matchup.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. So it's like, is this scouting, or did he have a favorable?
Wasn't Omar Cook like busting LeBron?
Oh, still Jordan Crawford, long line.
By the way, Jordan just passed the ball under 2 minutes in a tight playoff game. Scottie Pippen hit the clutch shot.
I've seen fucking EHLO being knocked. That's why he was so. That's why he was so devastated, man. He's hit at least 2 threes in the past 2.
Yeah,
I do like
Craig. He's Craig Buckner. Like, yeah, he gets a little blame for
Yeah,
this game,
man.
and he's carried them. That's a terrible shot.
Oh,
Boo!
boy. I'm about to heat this bald ass man up. 33. I do like how they put they're like, okay, the game's ending now. You should probably want to know how much time is left at all times.
And the score. Oh boy, Nance.
Oh.
Clang.
Oh.
They just made this call. There's no 4 hour. There's no 4 hour review here.
Yeah, you just live with it. Yeah. Get your ass up. I ain't doing this shit to do with you, Craig. Like,
I don't care if your season's on the line.
Yeah.
Let's see who this is actually.
Let's have a look at this.
Wildly
comfortably
off.
The cat. Yeah. See, now in the NBA, that guy get a tech for arguing that it wasn't off him, even though camera evidence showed it was.
Yeah, she probably shouldn't have let him get the ball.
He's doing that thing again. I feel like can we rewind a second, because I feel like Eli had his back turned on this jumper too. Like once Jordan got past him, I feel like he kind of just threw like this feels like premonition.
Here we go.
Oh, he got hit. That's what it was.
He flopped.
Did flops exist there? Like for real, this was man's ball. I really don't know if flops existed there.
Well, we just saw one.
Money. EHLO is so money, dude. I had no idea Craig EHLO was like the best player in the 80s.
Yeah, he was. This was actually just Larry Bird. His back didn't hurt. His back hurt because he was playing for multiple teams at the same time.
This is one, like, I'm legit glad we watched this, because all this time, like, I didn't know how good the Cavs were. Money. Oh,
yeah, that's sickening. Poor EHLO. He was like, I've done so much. I've done so much in this game. Why is he covering him?
Listen, he was those last couple of shots he hit. EHLO was probably like, "Nah, you guys back out of the way. I'll take it from here." And
why were the Cavs covering other players?
There wasn't a strategy to like 98, man. Like make the bad guys shoot.
Look at this.
Bam. No.
Yeah, EHLO couldn't believe it. Let's just watch Craig EHLO the last 2 minutes. He was involved in every play. This is off him.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's another. I didn't know EHLO was that dude, man. I'm looking up his accolades right now.
Yeah, what's it?
Yes.
3. Wow, and that doesn't even move.
Was that a 3-3? Because if it was, that should have been ball game. Eggs, EHLO, Mr. Everything, great nickname.
Jordan missed this terrible layup. Price is like, we're out of here.
Yeah, Mark Price is like the best free throw shooter ever
of all time.
They're up 1, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they're up 1.
Yeah, Price should have just that. We don't have a shot clock. That's what I.
And then
I know that couldn't have been the play.
EHLO's trying to stay away. Yeah.
88. Okay, so EHLO was a bench guy this year. He averaged 7 points a game, shot 39% from 3. I'm looking at it for 88-89. He started 4 games, shot 48, 39, 61 from the free throw line, and averaged 7 points a game. And yeah, I think he scored their last like 9 points. At this point, where's Ron Harper at? Didn't Ron Harper make a couple all defensive teams? Look at EHLO.
Punch in the face, Jordan. Cash. Yeah, the NBA draft used to be chaos. He's a third.
Only a third, dude?
Yeah, that means he was highly regarded.
Right. It legit used to be like 9 rounds.
Chaos.
For NBA, for a league that had like 18 teams. Like they didn't have 30 teams back then.
Yeah, quick elbow to the face.
He caught him a little something, but I bet EHLO wishes he played through. I'll just say that.
For sure. And then EHLO, yeah. He's like, that was a good play.
That's a tremendous play.
Yeah.
Finishes through the contact, no foul.
Yeah, he's in tremendous pain. He should not be covering Jordan.
Yeah, no, it's like I'm definitely concussed. I'm bleeding inside my chest.
Look at me, brother.
Jordan probably averaged like 34 a game. They cut to this way too casually, though.
Way too casually. This is the Bulls people too. They don't even put a replay in here.
Collins was like, "I got something for that out of bounds play. I'm gonna pass it to Michael Jordan."
What do you think about that?
Yeah, he was like, "It worked. It worked." Oh no, Elo's down real bad.
Yeah, he's like, "Why? Please sub me out."
Yeah, this is like last year's like, "Oh boy, Kawhi Leonard he's terrible. He can barely stand. Let's put him on Steph Curry."
Yeah. To the Cavs' credit, they do have 3 people on Jordan here.
Oh, listen, and he hangs in the air for 12 seconds. We need he has enough time to put the ball all the way over Elo's head and then let it go.
Yeah, he's like, whoop.
Man, you allow. Like that. What do you do with that? Yeah.
Yeah, nothing.
Collins was like, I knew it would work. I told him to do that.
Yeah, Elo he just walked straight into the stands and went home.
Yeah, I need to see. Okay, I'm looking up the box score for this game. I need some final statistics. Because Elo, imagine how wild.
43.
43, 9-9.
Okay. Main defender on the game-losing shot.
Here we go. 101, 100.
Yeah,
Michael
Phil Jackson.
Jordan.
Phil Jackson was an assistant on this team, right?
I think so.
Because I
was like, he's probably in this race somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had Tex Winters probably somewhere in this mix. I can't believe how bad he looked. Like, just how hurt. I can't see straight.
He's like, Jordan elbowed me in one, then I got tackled on the other.
Mark Price is like, listen, get it together, man. We need you to guard Michael Jordan on the other end. They had 3 on him, but they did not account for him changing.
Look at him. Yeah, that's Phil Jackson.
Oh, that is Phil Jackson. Wow. They had 3.
Those warm-ups were so fire.
Oh, both of them. Both teams. I don't think they accounted for him going covering ground in 3 seconds. They were like 3 seconds back then. Yeah. He's gonna have enough time to have one dribble, put it above his head, and shoot it. And so he changed directions, went right to left, and timeout. So box Michael Jordan 44, 9 and 6 on 17 of 32 shooting. Scottie Pippen, 13 points, 10 rebounds on 4 of 14 shooting. We would have been heating his ass up.
Yeah, thanks for showing up, Scottie.
3 of 8 from the line. Billy Cartwright, 16 points. The Bulls bench scored 6 points this game. 2 by Sam Vincent, 2 by Dave Corzine, and 2 by Brad Sellers. Elo this game had 24 points off the bench. So this really was his career moment. Oh man.
Yeah, it's like he went out there, he socked like 2 home runs and like a 2 RBI double, and then they called him in to like close against Barry Bonds for some reason.
And it's one of those like he took Bonds like an 8-pitch count. It's like, hey, listen, full count, man. This guy's did it. I mean, what can you? Oh boy, that one's going into McCovey Cove. Yeah, there's not a doubt about it. Yeah.
Listen, I see the Pedro highlights. You think I don't see the Pedro highlights, friend?
What game is it?
I have no idea. Oh boy, Pedro versus the Yankees versus Clemens, a full game, no less.
Yikes. Tino
Carl
man.
Everett. Wow. What a moment in time. He didn't even get back to the bag.
I can't believe he was a career 7-point a game scorer that came off the bench to score 24, hit the go-ahead bucket.
Twice.
The go-ahead and then the go-ahead again bucket. And Michael Jordan was like, whispered in his ears, like, this is going to be the highlight of your life before I end it.
Of course Everett got picked off.
Some bullshit. Yeah.
He literally hits the go-ahead 3. Jordan puts him up.
He had a jump. I don't know if it was the one possession before that, but he had a bucket at least. I think maybe 2 possessions before. Like it was closing time for Craig Elo.
Yeah. So he hit those two. Jordan got him the lead again. EHLO on that crazy inbounds play got that too. That I think he's still hurt from to this day.
Oh, he's still on the ground.
And then Jordan was just like, I'll take it from here, Craig.
Yeah, thanks. Patted him on the ass, and I'm trying to think who's even like a 7-point a game scorer off a team now, like off somebody.
How will the MLB strike us? This game is on YouTube. We're all on YouTube here.
Listen, I don't mean the MLB. You think the MLB follows the rules?
No, they don't. Oh, brother.
Listen, Tino Martinez was thick as they come. Those pinstripes did nothing for him.
An hour of dingers between Sosa and McGwire.
Jesus. Major League Baseball production presents.
Look at Francona. He's like, God damn it. That was actually very funny. Francona's like, you're be fucking kidding me. You shitting me?
On. What part of don't pitch to you?
Yeah, he's like, I told him not to throw it there. What incredible timing. I can't even re-find it. It was just on there.
What torque. That thing's going smooth out of the stadium, dude.
No, we gotta.
Mac and Coors.
What a terrible hat.
Yeah, what kind of hat Mac rocking?
He got that like a gift shop in Arizona.
Yeah, that's the truck stop hat.
That was even good for Vinny Castilla.
Hey, Curtis Goodwin. Wow. That's the Curtis Goodwin.
The two birds on the bat, so fire.
Oh, listen, the light blue and red joints they used to play into, fire.
Bob Gibson era.
Mike got them dunks on, don't he? Them high top Nikes. I had to take the bet. I don't want this shit.
Yeah, Bob walloped.
Ray Langford.
There it is. Frank Garnett like, God fucking damn it.
Are you serious? Are you serious? I say don't go up and in. He goes up and in. Picture start.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. Hello.
Yeah, what a wild thing a curtain call is. We're cheering for you so much. You know where I am.
I love it.
I don't like this shit. Yeah. White boy hitting all these home runs.
Ah, jeez.
Oh boy.
Rob Nen can't
Rob
believe it.
Nen. Hey, it had to be him, dog.
11.
Hey, was Roger Maris slick bad? Like,
well, it was.
Come on, man.
That season, it was like
there are
Mantle.
11 people at this game, and all
Look
in
at that!
Look
Look how much smaller he is.
That's the wild because they were.
That's John Olerud.
That's how I know those Cardinals days was a lie because I think he was listed like 240 there, but like 250 with the Cardinals. Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. He was still good before the juice, but he just had to meet
Jose. Tremendous. Yeah. Listen, if that guy's your teammate getting in your head, you get on the juice too.
Without question.
You would.
Without question. Back then, like yeah, absolutely.
He's betting right after, and he's like, watch this.
There he is.
I remember when I first met Jose Canseco, he ruined my life. Canseco was nasty on the field, though, dude.
Canseco might be the person who put up the biggest numbers who absolutely no one gives credit to.
He invented 40-40. Nobody. He was like, y'all don't think that's cool? Nobody. No one else has done this. Y'all don't think that's cool? And I was like, yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, that's all right. That is Matt Ryan.
even Pete Rose, it's just like he should probably be in the Hall of Fame. But no one's like going to bat for Canseco.
Listen, there's no place for the game now in these bat flips and these young thugs that play the game now. There's just no place for it. He's pitching the bat to the mound after every.
Yes. Next pitch, suck bag.
Yeah. Nice pitch. Not, and just hits it 482 feet.
No, yeah, you can see the juice. You can see the juice coursing through his veins.
You can see him winding up. He just puts one through both of those nets. It kills a child. Like, I thought you had a net up. We had two. Like,
he's like, I told you not to get rid of the chain link fence.
where's Matt McGwire?
They said that's Conan, the skinny.
That's SNL Conan. Bob Costas. Costas is like a
oh, there he is. There's Matt McGwire.
What a unit. Show Costas again. Yeah, that's Guy Fieri.
There's Costas.
Costas, he look like that's Jackie McMullen. Costas dressed like Jackie McMullen.
All right, we will see you guys.
Oh, that's the line. He dressed like Jackie. That's the one. Huh?
I told you before, we do not slander Jackie Mack on this or any other program.
That collar was huge. Look how wide his torso is. Rick Hummel, dispatch.
Oh man, where does Sosa come in on this?
Minute 30.
There he is.
Yeah. Imagine if all like the sports writers and stuff we had now still had to like ask all these questions like they did back then. Like you kind of do, but they know like immediately it's going online. They can't snap or say anything wild.
Right.
Because before that,
live streamed.
Yeah, it's basically live. Yeah, I asked Martin. Yeah, 27 to Maris's 4. I haven't hit 538 on MLB The Show yet. And my power is a 99 from both sides of the plate. Yeah, he liked it. Look at that crouch. Wow.
He's having a grand old time.
It's like if we go back and watch those 2 finals in the middle of 20 years later, it's like, man, LeBron and Durant were on steroids this entire time. They were this entire time. Every time LeBron and Steph played in the finals, they were roided out of their mind. It was awesome.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate it. So how do you think Steph was shooting from so far?
Steph comes back next year from camp. He's just 245, just jacked.
Sosa's home run trot was so cool.
Oh, yeah. He'd skip damn near off the screen. 21, a great look there, too. Like that. Baseball aesthetics really do make shit. Like the Cubs jersey with the Wrigley Field, with the 21.
Incredible.
And, man. Well, yeah, somebody got to go back in time and play Love Sosa while he walk out, man. We just need to make that happen.
They said Jokic on gross amounts of HC.
We find out he's on the he's like, yeah, you have to work out after you do them. He's like, then what's the point, bro?
Yeah, he's I didn't sign up for all that. Chaos in the streets.
People chasing the ball that's still flying, probably.
But yeah, we will be back Sunday. We're going to be living on YouTube now. I saw some people saying this was going better. For some reason, Periscope like skips while it streams. So YouTube's figured that shit out better. So yeah, this will be our new home. Subscribe, please and thank you.
Subscribe, subscribe. That's the button.
Yeah, that's the YouTube way of doing things. You point.
These pitches love Sosa. Oh, it writes itself, man.
That's because you're in album mode right now. You can just see the ball.
My hair is long like Jay-Z, yeah.
But yeah,
I don't even know what this ball is. Yeah.
I could never find that Francona look again, no matter how hard I tried. That's the funniest shit I've ever seen. He couldn't.
It might be this one.
No, it's after this.
I was gonna say it's around this one because I remember seeing this. It's like right before, right after that. Yeah.
11.
Man. I think the funniest thing is finding out like Roger Maris really wasn't that good. Like he's not in the Hall of Fame now, is he? I don't think. I think he had like 2 good years, and they were like, when you're a Yankee, buddy, sorry, you had these 2 good years for the Mariners, maybe.
Roger Maris, he only hit 275 home runs.
I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame.
No, he's not. But he has. He's retired by the Yankees. He won 1 Gold Glove. He won 2 MVPs. I feel like maybe he should be in the Hall of Fame.
He made 7 All-Star teams from 1959 to 1962 because they had 9 All-Star games back then. I'll say this. Yeah, if that's your peak, maybe you should be in the Hall of Fame.
It's a pretty strong peak.
3 rings, 2 MVPs.
Because have you ever
setting the home run record?
Have you ever watched 61 on HBO?
Oh God, I think a long time. Yeah,
the movie made about that home run chase. Like he was despised by the people of New York while he was sucking those days.
Because he wasn't Mantle, right? Like Mantle was the golden boy. Yeah,
yeah.
Mantle could only hit like 50. He was too busy being cool.
Yeah, he was very injured constantly. I remember there's one scene in it. Obviously, it's from the movie, so who knows what happened, but someone's like asking for his autograph, and he's just like, I can't, I gotta run. And they're like, just make an X. And he's like, all right. So he puts an X, and the guy's like, what a fucking asshole. He put an X on my ball.
This guy's illiterate. Hey, everybody, Roger Maris is illiterate. I think I either saw that or some documentary because they talked to like his kids were like, yeah, no, this was all a shock because again, it was great for us until people were like, your dad's not Mickey Mantle. I was like, that's rough.
Right. Yeah, no, it has to be like I can't even picture it'd be like. I guess it's happening still to this day with the Yankees. It's like being Giancarlo Stanton, and it's like, well, you're not Aaron Judge.
Yeah, you're not one of us. He's like, I was. They didn't even have trades back then. I'm literally one of you. Mantle and I've been playing together since AA.
Yeah, we're the best of friends. My wife, we eat dinner together. And
you didn't earn your stripes. I got 2 MVPs. What are you talking about?
Yeah, imagine a Yankee with 2 MVPs and people are like, don't really
Alex Rodriguez.
He didn't have 2 with the Yankees, though, does he?
Oh, not only like 2 total? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
there's
2.
Yeah. There's nothing he could have did. There's like, listen, he's not Jeter. Like, listen, he's much better. It's fine. Like, it's fine to not talk about it. He's your guy. I get it. But I'd rather earn $600 million than my pinstripes.
I saw that Ace of Spader dude dropped a stat the other day that was the Yankees at no point during Derek Jeter's career were under 500 over any 162 game sample.
That's absurd.
That's preposterous.
Yeah. Derek Jeter, Pittsburgh Pirate, man. They wouldn't even retire his jersey, dog. If he was a Detroit Tiger, man, you don't even know Derek Jeter's name. He basically Alan Trammell now.
Oh boy. See,
That's a good guy.
I never go that far with Jeter. I still think he would have been nice anyway. But he wouldn't be this like mythological creature for sure.
Cleveland Indian Derek Jeter. Lifetime 242 OPS.
But yeah, we'll see you guys on Sunday. Thanks for joining. Subscribe. See it.
See it.
Not end broadcast. Yeah, end broadcast. What am I doing?